March 22nd, and we're at Concrete Fitness in Williams Lake. My name is BJ. This is my client Trish James, also known as Trish Delish. And we're going to go through a warm-up and 10 exercises today for my ice. So we're going to go over to the rower right now and do a bit of a warm-up.
Okay, the battery says it's low here already.
Okay, so this is the rowing machine. We're going to use it for our warm-up today, and so in general you want your warm-up to be moderate, moderate effort, so we're going to put it on a moderate resistance. So probably for you 5 or 6. So the first thing I do when I get on it is I actually adjust the resistance, because once you're strapped in it's really awkward to lean forward. Then bring the seat to where your butt is, and then you're going to adjust this for your foot size. I think you're about a 3 as well, so just remember that. And then you want the strap to sit right on your toe knuckle, or where your toe will hinge. Strap yourself in, and then as soon as you start pulling, the machine will come on, the screen will come on. So the action is just from your knees right to the bottom of your bra strap, basically. Sit up nice and tall. Okay.
Should speak up.
How does that feel? Yeah, perfect. So you just want to keep a nice straight back, which you have. You want to make sure your shoulders are down and back, which they are. That's really good. Yeah. And during a warm-up, you can breathe when you're pulling in, breathe out when you're pulling in. But if you're going faster, your breath's obviously going to do whatever it wants. So on the pull, just out. And then I'll adjust the screen for you too. This display is the best because you can see everything nice and big. So up here is going to be your time. This is your split for 500 meters. It doesn't really matter right now. This is how far we're going, and this is the strokes per minute. So for you, for a warm-up, based on what I know about you and your fitness level, I'd say between 30 and 35 strokes per minute for you for a warm-up. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you should feel at about 4 out of 10 during your warm-up. Okay, right, how are you right now? Maybe 3. 1. Okay, perfect. So yeah, get yourself to the point where you're at about a 4 out of 10. Beauty, yeah, good job. So we warm up for 5 reasons. The first one is to increase your body temperature gradually. So your muscle temperature, everything in your body, just sort of get it the same temperature. You want to increase your heart rate and your breathing rate, kind of gently. You know, if you're going to jump off the couch and go for a run, it's usually a bad idea because it kind of hurts for the first 10 minutes. Yeah. So this is a way of avoiding that. Thirdly, warm-up's kind of a nice way to just refocus. Maybe you've had a long day at work and you need to just take your mind from a fragmented state to a state that's more connected. Right now, without knowing it, your brain and your body are talking to each other, so you're improving what's called a neuromuscular connection. Big words to mean that you're just becoming like a Zen tiger. And then the last is, I think we've talked about this before, your joints have a space in between them. Yeah. And if you don't warm up properly, that space can't fill with fluid. So the fluid is what protects your joints from injury. So right now your joints are just filling up with synovial fluid, which is going to prevent injury. So you should warm up before you do any sort of weight training, any sort of physical activity, for 5 minutes at least. So we'll go for another 2 minutes. And, today what I have planned for you is 10 exercises. We're going to go through them together, learn them, and that'll be about it. We'll do a cool down, and then you can go play squash. Looks really good. You ever played the fish game on here? No. It's ridiculous. It's like on the screen. That'll look good. Alright, so our first exercise is going to be the lat pull down. And the lat is actually, in this case, sorry, I don't want to shout in the gym. It's a little awkward. So the lat in this case is short for latissimus dorsi or dorsi, depending on how you like to say the word. So that's the big main muscle in your back. So to do this, I'm gonna show it to you as if you're practicing to do a pull-up. Okay, so we're gonna adjust the weight. This seat actually doesn't adjust like some of the other ones. So this is the thing that adjusts, but this should be fine for us right now. We're gonna do just a little bit wider than shoulder width. Sit down, and then you're gonna brace your core, pull straight down to your chin. Okay. And then you're gonna come back up, keeping a nice soft elbow. You know, breathing out when you pull down. You might have to stand out a little bit with the weight, just because it's... Good, so keep a nice straight back. Brace your core, good. Go. So the timing of this, you usually want to keep a 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of count. So 1, 2, and then down 3, 4. Okay. You had it perfect the first time you did it, actually. I won't make you look again. So we're just going to drop the weight for a sec. I'm going to actually add some weight. Because for you, we're going to aim to do 12 reps. So give that a go and see how it feels. Perfect. Did you do 12 of those? Yeah. Okay, good. We'll do 4 more. Good, slow down a little bit. Perfect. That's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was perfect. Perfect. Good. That's really good. Last one. Good. Beauty. So then, an alternative to this is doing a pull-up. So we can use the assisted machine, or if you can do full pull-ups, you can do pull-ups. It's working the same main muscle in your back. So quickly, a stretch for this too. You clasp your hands and just pull them over your head, and you can lean side to side. Hold each side for about 15 seconds, and that's going to stretch out your lat. You can also do it on the floor, actually. Vacation stretch. Mexico. Perfect. So we'll just keep this guy off. Oh, good.
Just remember to speak up.
Okay, I'm trying. It's just awkward because I don't want to... No one's paying attention to this. I guess I won't touch this till I start. You started yet?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So this is the seated row machine. This actually, the main muscle work is the lat again. We're doing the pull. But some of the tertiary muscles, like secondary muscles, are going to be your shoulder, your tricep, your bicep. But yeah, the main mover is going to be your lats, and then mostly your traps, and then your arm secondary. So for us, we're going to pull this 40 pounds right now. This is the grip we want for our goals. Sit down. I keep a nice soft knee as well, just in case I need to put it back and everything's just sort of ready for action. So, same idea with the lat. It's rough. Keep a nice straight back, shoulders down and back. And the action is actually quite short, so it goes from here, just right into about your belly button, or just below your bra strap again. And then down, keeping a soft elbow. And then to let it go, you kind of have to lean forward, hinge at the hips, and softly let it down. So I'll let you lean forward is always the most awkward part. Perfect. Good. Yeah, keep a nice soft elbow. Depending on how many reps. Yeah. 12, yeah. I'd have you do 12. Good. So do just what you're doing, breathe out when you pull. Good. Keep that nice and still. Good. So I'm actually going to add 10 pounds. So drop it for a second. I think you can do more. Perfect. Really good. So we'll do 2 more. Perfect. Good. Your timing is perfect too. Again, just before count. Nice and slow. You want to get the most bang for your buck while you're here. So that's awesome. So we'll stretch for that again. Same sort of idea. This one more traps. Grab your fingers and then push forward. So that'll stretch out your lats, but also your traps will work as well. Your muscles. Perfect. Any questions? Looks really good. Yeah. Awesome. So we'll do 12 reps with that too, as part of your program. So an alternative for the seated row would be a supported row on the bench, which you did as part of your last program. So just supporting one knee, one leg on the floor, and then straight back, same motion, pulling up. But yeah, this one's great because it engages your core at the same time as well. Stick with that. This one's next. Bench/chest press. This one's so good. The song is just, hold on. No. Perfect. Alright, so our next exercise is going to be the bench press, or we're going to do it with free weights, because you're athletic and I've seen you do these before. So we're going to use a flat bench for this. So if you're with a friend, they can help set you up. So you're just going to sit and rest the weights on your knees, and then lean back. Take the weights with you. This one, come again right about the bra strap, and we're going to keep a 90-degree angle. You see some people going really deep, but just to protect our shoulder joint, we're going to stay at 90. So we're just going to come straight up. You can touch if you want, and then down to 90, and back up. Breathing out with the most effort. So we push. And just like everything else, we're going to keep going 4 count. Alright, so I'll let you sit down. Okay, just bring it down a tiny bit. Good, so you want to keep a nice flat back against the bench too. That's pretty good. You can have a bit of a space. Good, right there's 90. Perfect. Bring it down just below, just about your bra strap. Yeah, there. Perfect. So the main muscle being worked right now is the pectoralis major, so your big chest muscle. And then so the secondary muscles are going to be your arms, obviously, because they're doing a lot of the work too. But yeah, your main muscle is the pec. Good. And if you have a buddy with you too, they can help spot by taking your wrists gently, showing you where to go. So we're going to come down below a tiny bit. You're doing good by yourself, so I'm going to let you go. Good. And this bench is a good height for you too. You can keep your feet nice and flat on the floor. So we'll do one more, and I'll have you sit up. Good. Good, how'd that feel? It looked really good. So stretch for your pecs. I'll take these from you. Stretch for your pecs. Put your hands behind your neck and just pull your elbows back. So you can do this while you're sitting in your chair too at work, although you're always out and about at work. But yeah, it's a nice one for your pecs too. So an alternative to this would be doing a push-up, sort of a wider stance if you're working more of your chest. But yeah, it looks really good to me. The benefit of using free weights is that you're using all your stabilizer muscles too. So that's that. Well, we'll do 10s for the video too, just so you're not struggling to make you do a million of them. I've seen you do these before.
Okay.
Oh, just kidding. Are you going already? Oh, sorry. Okay, so our next exercise is going to be a seated shoulder press. So the reason I'm gonna have you sit is because sometimes when you're standing with the weight, when you get tired and you're not used to standing with it, you start to do the the dance. And so we're gonna come to this seated bench because we want to work the shoulders, so we're gonna work the shoulders. We're not gonna work the core. But saying that still, you want to keep a nice straight back. So I'll shut up. So you sit down, just shoulders down and back against the chair. And then same thing with the bench press, keep a nice 90-degree angle. And you're gonna come up. You can touch if you want, you don't have to. Down. Again, keep a nice straight back. That's that. So. Just come down to 90. Good. The main muscle being worked here are going to be your deltoids, so your shoulder muscles. It's called a shoulder press. Yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, 4 count again with everything. Perfect. Brace your core. And again, if you have a buddy with you, they can take your wrist when you start to wobble, but you're not wobbling at all, and they can help you. You see some people grabbing at the elbows, then if you drop the weights, they're gonna drop it right in your face, so might as well grab where the weights are. Good, so we'll do 2 more. Good. Good. How'd that feel? So I know you can do more weight, so 12 reps again. So stretch for these guys, for your deltoids. I just do the one where you straight arm cross your body, and then just sort of pull until you feel it. Hold that 15 seconds, and then do the other side too. My other arm is more stretchy, it looks like. Good. So an alternative to the shoulder press with these dumbbells is that we have a machine over there, and it'll actually guide you through the range of motion. The only thing is, it actually starts you off quite low, so you just want to set yourself up right at 90 again, just to protect your joint, and then go up. So it seems like a small movement, but that's all your shoulder needs. That's that. Are you filming? Okay, so this is the leg press machine. So this is actually a full leg machine. So it's going to work your glutes, it's going to work your quads and your hamstrings, and a bit of your calf actually. So to get in it, you actually slide and sit all the way down on this thing. I see some people like getting a bit confused, but it's a bit awkward. So if you want to have a nice flat back against the backrest, you don't want to be like crunched up. So stabilize your back against it, shoulders back. Put your feet kind of where you do a squat. So mine kind of flare out a bit, but you want to make sure you're actually pushing the weight through your heels. So you have to push out and then disengage those guys. And the movement comes straight down to about where your knees are about to go over your toes. That's far enough. And then push up. You keep your knee nice and soft. You don't need to lock it fully out. Down to right about there. Again, pushing through your heels. You should be able to lift your toes off a little bit. So we'll do a couple reps just empty. Yeah, so move your feet up a tiny bit. I'm just gonna move it down one notch. Oh, sorry. Okay, good. Just make sure they're even whatever you do. Right there. Right about where this muscle starts to say, ah, that's about far enough. So right about there. Good. So breathing out when you push. Such short legs, there's not much motion here. Your legs aren't that short. The proportion. should feel this in your quads, depending on your hamstrings. Yeah, I can see your hamstring working, so. All right, so we'll put that back and I'll throw some weight on there. How much do you usually do on this machine? I've never used this one. Oh my goodness. That will not promote crushing it. This is going to be 50 pounds. Perfect. We'll do 2 more. How does that weight feel? Do you need more? I think so. Good. One more, we'll put it down. Perfect. Good. So I'll actually show you a stretch for your glute because we're going to do 2 more leg exercises and I'll show you different ones for that. So it's a little awkward on the floor, so you don't have to do this with me. This is one of my favorites. So one leg straight, cross it over just like you're chilling in a chair, and then you're actually going to lift and then pull back on your one hamstring. So you're actually stretching out this glute right here. So hold that for about 15 seconds as well. It's my fave. So any questions? Yeah, there is an alternative. So for you, I would say a goblet squat. So holding a weight right here, coming down. Yeah, that's what I'm showing. What you do with kettlebells, right? Yeah. So this is the leg curl machine. This one actually has a cheat sheet, so not all our machines have this. So if you ever come to a machine and you're like, I don't know what this does, it's a booby trap, it'll actually show you what muscles are worked. So the leg curl, you're curling back, you're working your hamstring. And it'll show you actually what to do with the machine. So this one's pretty straightforward. We might not have to make very many adjustments depending on how it is. So come sit down in it. I'm gonna have to adjust it a tiny bit for myself because you want it just sort of above where your ankle bones are. This one's a tiny bit high. We're gonna adjust the weight. I'll just do this actually because we'll have to adjust it for you too. This guy needs to be greased. Oh no. Hopefully that's the one. There we go. She's a little stiff. All right. So that's perfect. This guy is actually just a brace against because when you're pushing heavy weight, your leg's gonna want to pop up. So you just push this about down. You might be in between belt loops, but just go with a comfortable one. Yeah. Again, keep your back nice and straight against it. You have this to hold on to, but sometimes I find it helps to keep a straight back if you put your hands at your sides. And then you're just going to pull back, and you'll feel it right away in your hamstrings. So in general, you want your knee to line up with the hinge in this guy. So hinge of the knee, hinge of the machine. Right now this is perfect, so it'll be about perfect for you as well. But I'll help you get set up here. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to bring the seat up for you probably, hey? Try that guy. Ready to go, right? Yeah, that's good. Perfect. So this is only about 40 pounds. I think I know you can do more, but good. Good. So slow down a tiny bit. I'm gonna keep the 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And breathing out where you're making the most effort. So right there. Perfect. Good. Yeah, your knees are nice and soft. That's perfect. Yeah. So we'll drop it for a sec. I'm gonna add more weight and see how it feels. Actually, I'll let you put the pin in so you can see how this machine is.
What should I do?
Let's do 60 or 70, it's up to you. Come on. Perfect. Good. How's that? Good. So again, pick a weight you can do 12 reps with. And if you find yourself pushing past 12, that's a good indicator that you need to add more weight. Perfect. Good. Awesome. So we one more rep. Good. And we'll leave this machine. So stretch for your hamstrings. I'll let you get out of this. So stretch for your hamstrings. I usually do one, there's not much space here. I usually do it on my back. If you have a towel, you can lock out your knee, put the towel sort of right here, and then lean back slowly with your towel until you feel the pull, and then just hold it. And then come back gently with it, do the other leg. Okay. So stretch. If you have a partner, they can help you. But I think that's one of my favorites there. So an alternative, have I ever showed you how to do hamstring pulls on the ball? They're fun. Maybe oh, she's vacuuming there. But anyways, you get a ball. I'll just sort of demonstrate for our fans. You get a ball, you have to elevate your hips, put your feet on the ball, and then you're pulling the ball towards you with an elevated hip. And it actually really burns.
Yeah.
At first I was like, how could this be hard?
Some balance.
I'm just pulling my leg towards my body, but it's difficult. So that's a good alternative if you don't feel like futzing around with the machine.
Okay.
Perfect. So the next one we'll do is the leg extension. So we've worked the back of the leg, we've worked our butt, and now we're going to work the front of the leg just to keep it balanced. So this machine should probably be set up about right for us. I'm just going to adjust this a tiny bit. Okay, good. So same with the leg curl. You want it to sit just above your ankle bones. So this one's going to be a bit low. Yeah. Good. So the seat's at a pretty good angle too. Move the pin to 40. So same idea, keep your back flat. This one actually has the handles in a good spot to brace against. And you're gonna see your quads working right away. So it's just a raise up and down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out because you're working the most right there. So this is the quadriceps muscle. There's actually a bunch of little guys involved. And this one has a cheat sheet too. So if you ever get confused, it'll show you exactly what to do.
Oh, that's a little bit. I don't think it does go any shorter, does it?
Doesn't go any shorter. Oh no, that's not it. Yeah.
Hence ladies.
This is a bit of an awkward angle for you, right? Maybe we'll try adjusting the back actually, so you're a little closer. Yeah. Okay, try that. Yeah. Still though, it's a little, yeah. Is that maxed out? I think we can go one more. That might be it.
That's better.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you don't feel like you're having to point your toes. Like you're not
Like a tiny bit, but it's
How does that feel on your legs? I can see
that's perfect.
quads are moving. Perfect. So just slow down the up rep a tiny bit. You're powerful, so you want to kind of blaze through it, but just
Keep her nice and slow. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really good. Good. So we'll do one more. Perfect. Good. So an alternative to this, I would do a lunge actually, because a lunge, it is more of a full leg movement, but in real life, you're not going to sit down on a machine and push weight forward.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in a leg extension competition, I don't know. So the lunge, we'll go over it again actually later. We're going to do an actual walking lunge, but you can do a step back. So if you have something to sort of hold on to, you just want to step your leg back and then come back up. So your front leg's the one actually doing most of the work. Yeah, that's a good alternative. And then you probably do this when you're running, the runner stretch. Stand and hold on to your shoelaces. Pardon me, keep a nice neutral pelvis so we're not. Keep it nice and still. I put my hand on my hip to make sure I'm not dumping my hips. Hold up 15 seconds and then change it over. Good. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a back extension. We're gonna do something a little more gentle. When people think back extensions, they think the Roman chair, you're gonna be sort of flexing your spine while you do it. This one's gonna be protecting your spine while you do it. So we're gonna lay flat on our bellies. And you're going to lift your feet off the ground, clench your glutes, and put your hands forward. For some people, this is a bit awkward, so you can pull your hands back. And so we're going to aim to hold this for about 30 seconds. And so the muscle that's being worked is the erector spinae. So kind of the back. Can we redo this one?
No.
Yeah, we'll redo it.
Keep going. It's
So
fine.
bad. I'm gonna say the back twin to the abs. It's so stupid. I never say these things. Who says those things? Anyways. Since we're working on our core, we also have to make sure our lower back is strong as well. Basically, the whole goal of working on your abs and working on your back from a functional perspective is to keep your spine stable. So the amount we can limit the sort of crunching and flexion of the spine, it's way safer. So yeah, for the Superman, hold it for about 30 seconds. And then for our abs, we're gonna go right into plank. So you can do these back to back if you want. So from your forearms, and I know you can do them from your toes because you're strong. You're gonna keep a nice flat back. So I have a tendency to bring my butt up, so we're gonna keep our butt nice and low. Yeah, perfect. And we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds as well. And then breathing out as you need. You wanna make it a bit harder, you can lift a leg. And then we can drop down and go right back into Superman if you want. Yeah, perfect. Great, so that's one ab exercise and a back extension all in one. Alternatives would be to do crunches, but no one really does crunches anymore. So an alternative to the ab is, I like to do a V-sit. With these mats, it's not as easy because I usually use the mat as kind of a brace for my heels. So you just want to start hinging at the hips and lean back, with a straight back. And then right where it feels hard, you stop. And put your arms out. If you want to take it to level 2, you can lift your feet. And don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Yeah. Breathe through the whole thing. It'll get hard right away. An alternative for the back, we can do what's called a bird dog. So we'll go into what they call table, I guess, in yoga. I think that's table, hey? Maybe. Sure. Who knows? So we're gonna raise our right hand and our left foot at the same time. And then put it back down. Good. You want to keep a nice flat back, which yours is, so keep going. Good. And also your body's probably already doing it for you. You want to make sure your core is braced the whole time. So if you feel yourself starting to sag, just brace your core, perfect. So I would aim to do about 20 reps of these, 20 to 24 reps total. And this is, you have really good balance actually, so this is going to work to increase your balance, your coordination, and also it's working your erector spinae in the back and your rectus abdominis in the front, a bit passively, but it's still working it. Good, perfect. So just keep your breathing nice and steady during this. It's not necessarily a hard exercise, but you still want to breathe through it to give your muscles oxygen. Good. Perfect. Awesome. So another, actually don't turn to make a motion. Muscles involved. I think that was everything, right? Stretch. So stretch for the abs. You can do the vacation stretch again. So hands over the head. And just pull with your arms a little bit. And then another stretch actually for both the abs and the erector spinae. It's called the cat-cow. So you know how Marcus goes to stretch, he's like, yeah. And then this is supposed to be a cow, although I've never seen a cow that looks like this before. But you can tell me that cow, because your family's cattle ranchers, you can tell me about the cow. You ever seen a cow that looks like this? I haven't. Good. Perfect. Oh, feels good. So let's stretch for both of them in one. And you can do it just like we were doing, like doing it back and forth, or you can hold one for a little bit and then go up to the other one for 5 seconds and down. It's up to you though. It's a bit more relaxing and it can work as a cool down too if you do it sort of like we were doing it. Yeah, one after the other. Perfect. So then I think we just have 2 more exercises to do. I think we're going to do the push-up and the lunge. Is that right? I think so. So the push-up. I know you have perfect push-ups, so I'm going to make your push-up even perfecter. I know you love these things too. So the basic push-up, we talked about it earlier. It's going to work mostly your pectoralis major, your chest muscle. But of course your arms are going to be the ones that feel the burn, probably first. Because your chest is a big muscle. It's not going to tire out. Your little arms are going to be like, help! Longer, way before your chest is going to be like, help! Okay. So, over the head, push-up. We talked about it earlier, it works your chest primarily. Your arms, you're going to feel the burn before your chest muscle ever does. So your pectoralis major, but then of course your triceps are working, your biceps are working, and a bunch of your stabilizers on your back are working to pull your shoulders together. So you're really going to feel it in the whole of the body. So for us, we're going to go from our toes. So the first thing to do is to align your wrist joint, your elbow joint, and your shoulder joint all in a nice straight line, so that's perfect. So that's the first thing I do when I set myself up, and then you want to brace your core, and we're going to come down and then back up. So exhale when you push up. Perfect. Try not to lock your elbow out too much, but that's really good. Good. Don't forget to breathe. One more. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, good, good. You're really good alignment. So, an alternative to a push-up like we talked before is bench press. Or you can push up from your knees. You can do any TRX push-ups. You can do any number of things. A stretch again for your chest. That one where you put your hands behind your head. Pull it back. And then you can also stretch out your lats, your shoulders like we did before. Yeah, so it's your full arm. This
So you want to keep about 4 seconds. How are we in time?
Keep going.
Good, okay. So we'll do the lunge now, right away. So we're going to do a walking lunge. So when your foot comes out, what you want to track at first is how your knee is in relation to your toe. So you don't want your knee pushed over your toe. You want it to just come in the line. And then the other one. So that's your main concern for the first couple reps. Good. So now we're going to work on keeping our shoulders back, our chest nice and proud. Stand up nice and tall. Good. Perfect. So you can touch your knee down if you want. You're really flexible, so you can, but you don't have to. Good. So breathing when you come up out of it. Up. Yeah. Totally. Because that's when you're actually working the muscle and the extension. So your back leg is just basically a rudder, and your front leg is the one that's pushing your whole body up. Perfect. Good. So again, we'll keep it to 4 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. So nice proud chest. Engaged core. Making sure we're making really nice 90-degree angles with our leg, not pushing over our toe. Good. Such good angles. So a stretch for this, we've already talked about stretching of our legs, but another stretch for the glutes. Just show you quickly. Lie down with the feet extended. We're going to bend our left leg, and we're going to just pull it over our straight leg. Stretching out our glutes. But the lunge is a full leg movement too, so you can stretch out your entire leg. Using those other 2 stretches I showed you earlier as well. You can add weights to the walking lunge too to make it harder, which I know you do, so it's really good. Or you can change them to dynamic lunges too, which you had as well, where you're exploding up. Perfect. Really good. Yeah.